did it. We did it. We got a little emergency session call here in the basement. Appreciate everyone hanging out with us. In game. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There are worse things you could be watching on this Monday night, but we're all watching that thing. All right, let's get started here. Commercial break. Yeah, we got you, Darren. You're fine. You can do whatever you want.
Want to jump in?
Huh? Yeah, he's gonna jump in. We'll get him in here. I guess he's got eat some gummy, whatever they sell that's gummy. He's got like 4 bags.
We should all be eating gummies at this point. Everyone.
Welcome to Tuesday night, and thank you so much for hanging out with us on a Monday night football scenario, I should say. It's like whenever we do this, it's just Tuesday. I just have to say welcome to Tuesday because it just feels like Tuesday. The Redskins are playing right now, as you know, because you're watching the game with us. They are down 21-0. The Chicago Bears defense is every bit what they've been advertised to be. This is the Audible. He's Tim Strachan.
Yeah, it's actually hell right now because I feel like crap, and I'm watching the Redskins play.
It's not making you feel any better.
Like I feel.
He's Kevin Ricca.
This shit sucks, man.
Yeah, it does.
You said shit.
It does. The one thing we needed not to happen because it was very likely to happen was a Chicago Bears defensive touchdown. That happened right away. Khalil Mack has been all over Case Keenum. That's been the fact that it went to Clinton Dix. I mean, the fact that we're down 21-0 is bad because our recent history, Kevin, 7 in a row on Monday Night Football, is marked by just runs in the first half, the game getting out of hand quickly. And I'm not saying this game's out of hand just quite yet, but it's kind of almost getting there.
It's out of Case Keenum's one hand because he keeps holding
the
ball with one hand.
Does he keep calling
like
the
this.
Statue of Liberty play?
Maybe
and like
he wants a
everybody
double
else
scoop.
doesn't hear
It was
him?
like
wants a
Ricky
double
Bobby.
scoop.
Like, I don't know what to do with my hands. It was like you're just holding the ball and his hands just are. I'm like, dude, put your hands down. Put 2 hands on the ball. Get it away. Akeem Hicks, he's so big he could reach from FedEx Field to this basement right now.
It was like the old school picture, where they're just standing there like this. This is what he looked like.
No face mask, chin strap undone, leather
smoking
helmet.
a cigarette, drinking a Schlitz.
D tackles were 193 pounds in that era.
I don't
buddy.
think Case Keenum drinks Schlitz, by the way.
No, he certainly doesn't. But he should take one. He should take 2 to the face at halftime.
Yes, he needs to Baker Mayfield at least a couple of them, and another easy conversion to Allen Robinson, who is absolutely doing his.
You weren't going to do play-by-play.
I'm not. We're on a delay, so it does. It's
Listen, dude, Taylor Gabriel looks like Jerry Rice.
Oh yeah.
Apparently,
they're chiseling his bust as we speak in Canton.
no one has scored more red zone touchdowns with less players near them in yardage than I've ever seen in my life. This is gross. We have athletes on defense.
He's the smallest guy in the freaking field.
He's one of the fastest guys in the NFL, and that's fine. But I'm talking
He's
about.
caught them both within the 5-yard line.
I know. It's unbelievable. Like your D coordinator should make sure that someone was within 5 yards of the man scoring a touchdown in the NFL, or else that's a problem.
Let's see, who do we have? Who's joining us for this emergency basement
I don't know. No,
session?
nobody's
Eric
really
Anderson's coming on.
I'm just so grossed out by it, man. Listen, we went through all the crap, 6-23, but we've beat this team with all the crap we've dealt with. We've beat the Chicago Bears 7 times in a row. We're 0 our last 7 on Monday Night Football. We all talked about this coming to a head at some point. But you know what? I don't want to sit around all day long again as a Redskin fan and watch crap. This is disgusting. It's 21-0, man. I love this team. Something is just so off. What the hell is the problem? Do we need to get a petition signed and not play on Mondays anymore?
Well, we knew coming in that the defense wasn't very good. And as bad as Chicago's offense is right now, they're making them look really bad. I mean, and that's hard to do.
Chicago's offense has the quarterback has thrown for 145 yards a game in the first 2 weekends with an interception, no touchdowns. Montgomery has 1 touchdown rushing. They've played 2 crap squads, and they're out here just taking it right to our freaking chin.
Standard Monday Night Football at FedEx Field.
Yeah,
This is the first Monday night game I haven't been at. I was trying to remember how many years it's been since I didn't make it to a home Monday Night Football game.
It's all your fault, dude.
Oh, no, they lost those too, T. Trust me. They were just really
true.
terrible nights.
No, you don't have mojo.
No,
I thought I had the solution, but I don't.
like you said, Kevin, earlier,
sound
we
like
have
Minuski
athletes
right now.
on defense. We don't. Why are we
Sadly enough, I know.
constantly never in a position to actually make a play on what looks to be the most basic offensive? I mean,
Ken,
he's
it's-
underhitting the ball.
We're not even close.
We're not even
man.
close.
It's not there's. It's laughable how average. You can't get less out of a more talented group, in my mind. Tonight,
Never
I'm
has
talking
so
about
little
this.
come out of so many talented men. All right. Well, all right. So our defense is terrible. On offense,
Well, they started getting pressure
Also doing
in
terrible.
the beginning of the game. Where the hell did that pressure go? The pressure was great.
they're holding
early on.
They're holding like every play. They're holding us, T.
I mean, I was so excited. I went through everything in the 70s. We're 12-4 on Monday Night Football. I was asking Ken stuff, and we were going back and forth up until 97, 22-22, 15-5 on Monday nights at RFK. I know that. So maybe the one situation is that let's rebuild RFK on top of RFK. Let's get some of that burial ground sentiment.
Is that possible?
I don't know.
I know that they want to do the state. Everyone wants the stadium to be there, but I don't think anyone wants Dan Snyder. Dan Snyder's like
This
the one
team
guy.
will never get good juju while Dan Snyder is the owner. Just it won't. Why would any juju go well for them? Just because
They don't want
they
Dan
changed
Snyder.
venues?
I don't want to live next to Dan Snyder.
Listen, Virginia
Personally.
Hallis McCaskey would whoop Daniel Snyder's ass in a street fight right now at age 90-something, is my bet.
Yeah, she knows.
I hate that about our franchise. Can he kick anyone's ass in the league as an owner in a battle royale?
Oh, he doesn't even have guys who. I mean, the problem.
Wait,
This is a
Who's
classic.
the woman that owns the Chiefs? Isn't there a woman that owns the Chiefs?
Well, one of the Hunts.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I.
Maybe he could have maybe.
Hey, listen,
Well,
I know this.
She's
Robert,
like 80.
Robert Kraft would just jerk him around, no problem. I know that much. What?
I like that. He would.
I'm not even gonna touch that one.
He would just tug him around the room, wouldn't he?
I mean, that's what I feel. He would get spanked by Robert Kraft. There's no doubt about it.
Here we go.
Oh, is this
Touchdown.
another
Hands.
touchdown?
Taylor
Oh.
Gabriel.
Oh, it's a touchdown on our highest paid corner. Because that's the way things are going.
I think he
for
did
us
get
right
2
now.
feet. I think Taylor Gabriel got 2 feet in, and he fell what looks to be through the end zone. And also, this is his night. Taylor Gabriel is about to get his third touchdown on the Washington Redskins, and then now the route's on. If this counts, it's 28-0. There's no stopping. I don't know if his left foot was down when he made
It
when
wasn't controlled.
he got possession.
Don't let him have his 15th touchdown in the first half on us just
seriously.
yet.
He can make it to the hall later. Eric Anderson, you know that's not a touchdown. You know they're going to call it a touchdown, though. You know
Did not have possession after the first foot came up.
Oh, they're going to call this a touchdown so bad. I'm just waiting for it. I'm just waiting. They're going to
If
call
they
it a
do,
touchdown.
that's just it's icing on the cake that this thing is baked
Well,
already.
all I know is I love this team, and we should all know better, and blah blah blah. But you sit around all day, you're so excited, and I just
I'm gonna
can't.
be honest with you.
I can't
I was
forgive this
never really
performance.
excited for this game today. Not at one point.
Oh, I was so
No, but
excited.
your passion has been doing over the years.
I feel so much negativity. The vibe wasn't there for some reason. Listen to the talk radio. Reading,
Well, that's your first problem.
reading things on.
Listen to talk radio.
reading
What do you think?
things
They're not
about-
going to choke you out with misery?
It's just, man, it has not been an uplifting day. I got stopped by protesters today and yelled at by
Yeah.
a cop. I got yelled at in my car because there were an idiot protesters standing in front
Oh,
of me.
I thought
That's
they
the way
like
my
said
day's
like
been
you were
going.
putting out too much emissions with your.
No, the
like, what-
cop yelled at me.
Okay,
I'm like,
all right.
why are you yelling at me?
Hey, is that
that
solar?
they're
Is that
talking
does that
about
chair
these
run on
people.
solar or wind or unicorn tears?
It's been a shitty day.
Oh, man.
Are the Redskins your favorite pro team in DC?
course.
Okay,
Well,
just making
yeah,
sure. I
who
don't know if
else
they're
would-
going to fall out of
who
the
else would-
running.
no, that
Well, I
would
mean,
never
there's a Strack and
That would
Caps
never
jersey
happen.
sitting right here. I'm just
that would
saying.
never happen.
The
That would never
Mystics have a real shot this year.
They're playing
you know.
well. They're playing well. They're playing well.
Took a
They did
hard loss.
yeah, they did. They did lose.
All right, here we go. I just lost it because you know what's going to happen.
It's a
I
touchdown. So,
you
yeah,
just
no,
knew
it's
it was going to be a
because-
touchdown. You knew it.
Because
There's no
you know
way
what
it
they
wasn't
said.
a
You know what
touchdown.
the booth told the ref on the field? It's Daniel Snyder's team, so let's just give them the touchdown because this is great.
There's no way that was going to be a touchdown. The next time Mitch McConnell, Mitch
This
Trubisky is
gonna be
going
debated.
to.
There's no way that this is going to.
He's going to punt it.
You don't even know what their damn crap quarterback's name is.
I'm
He's
just-
got 3 teeters to Taylor Gabriel.
whatever.
Here's the
This
deal.
is-
I'm telling you right now, I know we're on here live, but the shit is about to hit the fan in town.
So-
you got Daniel Jones coming in next week. Everyone's going to start
Is Haskins
banging the
playing this
drum.
game?
I don't want him out there against
But
this
is he
defensive
going
front.
to? Is he going?
No
Will he
chance.
play in this game?
Nope.
No chance. Is
You
is
let-
Haskins playing this game?
Let Case Keenum earn his $3 million
I
for the
don't
rest
know
of the
what
Yes
to
or
game.
no?
think
Is
anymore.
Haskins
No way.
playing?
I
No
honestly
way.
have no
Not with
idea
Khalil
Darren,
Mack.
what to
does
think.
No way.
Haskins play in this
No
game
way.
tonight?
Tonight's game?
Yes.
No
he
way.
absolutely
Darren
plays.
No
says
way.
yes.
He
No
absolutely
way.
plays before this night's over.
No way.
I have a feeling
No way.
the diamond.
Then that's the dumbest thing.
diamond-studded
And that's the
phone-
dumbest game plan in the history of the universe. Let's
You
wait
think
to
we
get him
have-
into a down
You
28
think
nothing
we
to
have
the
a
best
game
defensive
plan?
front.
You think we have a game
No
plan?
chance he goes in tonight. No chance.
Oh.
That's
The,
pure
the
stupidity.
Daniel
It is
Snyder
pure
monogram
stupidity.
phone.
Guess who does? Guess who specializes in pure
Yeah, but-
stupidity? Us.
The Daniel Snyder monogram phone on the sidelines is going to ring any minute and be like, "Put Haskins in, or you're fired."
Yeah, and he'll call while his feet are kicking off the toilet in the
I
club
mean,
level.
on the other hand, I don't want him to be in either, but Case Keenum has thrown to them more than us at this point.
Case Keenum needs to earn that $3 million in this second half and sit on the bench for the rest
Or
of the
I'm
year.
direct snapping it to, I don't know, Montez
No.
Sweat or Terry
Let him
McLaurin.
walk around holding the ball in one hand for the rest of the game. We're down 28-0.
Maybe
this
they
is
should
not a
call
come
a
from
Statue
behind.
of Liberty.
This might be Jay Gruden's last game. I mean, the feeling I have right now
if it's
is
any
that
worse,
everything is.
a
This is
possibility.
disgusting. This Bears offense is hideous, and we have good talent on defense. I don't know what you do. I don't know how you fix it. I've never been a fire me guy. You guys know that. But this is getting to the point where I think 6 guys on defense have penalties. It's not even halftime yet. We've turned the ball over.
Oh, yeah.
We've
That's
not
what you wanna
we've
see
not
in your
done
quarterback when
anything.
he's going
And
out.
28-0 against this defense? I mean, come on.
Interception, fumble, missed field goal, punt, interception.
It doesn't matter. I mean,
The deep breath Keenum just took on his way out
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit,
That's why he has to finish the game.
I got to do this again."
So Dwayne doesn't. So
Sure.
When we go to New York next week, Dwayne can have his fun. And
who's
I'm
our
telling
head
you,
coach?
I don't know.
If this is Jay Gruden's last game,
Hold on, because 2 guys got to go.
I know.
If Jay's got to go.
Minuski and Jay
Minuski's
are
gotta
gone.
go, right?
Dude, you elevate the offensive coordinator, quarterbacks
Yeah,
guru. You got
it's-
to, right?
It's not even.
Tom Sula's
Kevin
been
O'Connell
head
is-
coach.
yes.
Well, yeah, Kevin O'Connell is probably the next guy.
Yeah,
will
but-
be the- yes.
If you have any hopes for Kevin O'Connell being an
Yeah.
offensive mastermind, guru, genius before anyone else recognizes it,
Yeah.
you have to give him the nod.
This is so bad. Our offense has overachieved for 2 weeks. Then to see this, then to watch our defense, which has been absolutely below average, just crap the bed against Mitchell and Taylor. Mitchell and Taylor going to go out there and you beat the Redskins' ass.
Yeah.
Something has to happen. Every fan in town, and listen, I've given the fans a hard time that are just. I'm disgusted, and I've had enough. It's 28-0 against just a not good football team. What the hell are we doing, man? What the hell?
I know.
It hurts. It hurts. McLaurin just had a really nice catch, though. Again, the guy that's showing up is the 3rd-round rookie.
I mean,
Let's see if I can get some hog saving people.
well, everyone's going into hiding in their own basements.
No,
I'm
this
happy
is-
to be
yeah,
in
this
yours.
Nobody
is-
wants to talk about it. I wouldn't want to talk about it tomorrow. That's for sure.
Oh my God, there's a
There's
penalty.
a penalty. On our
Washington
on our longest play of the
Redskins.
year.
So the thing is, everyone wants to think. I mean, we're not even. My whole problem is we've established a number of rock
against
bottom level like tiers.
Oh, we
Like-
got our first break. It was against Chicago.
This isn't rock bottom for the Redskins. That's the shittiest part of the whole shit sandwich. Is it's been so much worse than this, even recently, that no one's gonna look at this and say, oh, by the way, we can only go up from here.
I'm going to
we
tell
can't
you,
go, we can go down from
I
here.
think it's rock bottom as far as defensive coordinator goes,
Okay.
as far as being in position, as far as having the available talent, get embarrassed by a substandard offense with a quarterback who has been below average at best, hasn't thrown a touchdown all year long, hasn't thrown for more than 145 yards in either. Come on, man.
As of right now, Minuski is gone.
It's embarrassing.
He's
Those
gone
red
long.
zone plays with Taylor Gabriel, no one's
Somebody
freaking
did
10
say
yards.
the only reason he wouldn't be, even in a blowout, is because of the short week. But at this point, who cares?
I don't.
Why do you
we're
want to see
gonna
this
start
again?
getting some of our folks from. We appreciate
wanna
all
see
you
this
guys coming
again?
on over from Hogshaven, giving us a hang on Monday Night Football. Down 28-0. It is not fun at all. We're about to go to halftime. So, you know what? We just have to talk about something positive, Redskins related, before we go back.
Find something.
I'm gonna.
Have
That's
they
my
done-
job.
Have they done good charity here recently in
I
the
don't know.
neighborhood?
You know what I was wondering the other day is, so if someone says, "Hey, I got 4 tickets for you for this week's game, whatever it is," let's say it was a Sunday afternoon game. I got 4 tickets for you, lower bowl, parking passes, or however many kids you have, the whole family can go. Parking passes and halfway decent seats on a Sunday afternoon when we're 0-3 against let's say it's Dwayne Haskins versus Daniel Jones. I mean, what are you taking those tickets?
Only because it's Dwayne Haskins
Okay.
playing football. For
If
the
it's Case
Washington
Keenum.
Redskins. Not going.
Okay. T,
Not going.
are you going?
No,
If it's Dwayne Haskins' first game as a Redskins quarterback, are you going?
probably not.
I'm going to see Haskins with my son because
Yeah.
I am a hopeful, optimistic person, and the future's always got to be better than this every Monday night piece of crap game that we get
Yeah.
tortured with. And I believe in Haskins. I think he's going to be a superstar. I don't understand how he should. If they put him in this game right now, I'm going to puke. By the way, I'm going to lose my mind.
Is that a flag? I believe I see another flag, and I also think I saw Case Keenum want to hold the ball up, but he just, at the last second he decided, I'm not going to do this time. I'm going to do this.
But the good thing is, Ken, that wasn't really Case Keenum. That was a Case Keenum piñata. Because, Senor, he just got knocked like 7 different ways. It looked like a damn pinball game, and case number 8 was the ball.
How good is Khalil Mack, though?
He's a freak. But right now,
I
these
hate
guys,
him.
hold on. These guys are having more fun playing defense than they've ever had right
Yeah.
now, this exact moment. They don't have to worry about half the crap going on. He jumped there, but
And the Redskins' offense has not been bad this season. But you go up against this defense, you're not going to look. You're going to look at the Chicago Bears offense, which through 2
Oh,
weeks
my God.
were the 3rd worst offense in the
Oh my
league.
God,
And that's
they're not good.
They won't
He
be
is
the 3rd
not
worst
good.
after this week. Dustin Hopkins is
Oh,
going to
and he
get a
also-
second
yeah,
chance.
Yeah, we already tried with that, Darren. He missed his 42-yard field goal
Yeah. That
already.
was something we didn't fill you in
But
on.
don't I think we get the ball first in the second half, guys. I think we get the ball first in the second half. I have no
Look
idea.
it up.
I'm pretty
Things
sure.
are- Look it up.
I'm sorry,
Skins
man.
NJ in the house. Loving that. Please tell me you took the over, my friend.
Well,
All right,
Is
here we go.
there-
Everyone's watching to
is
see if
there
he makes a
is there
35-yarder.
bated breath.
Nice.
All right, at least it's not a shutout.
All right, there you go. To be honest with you, okay, so
Really?
the
I am
first
gonna
points are
drink
the hardest.
all
being
this
sarcastic.
The
whiskey.
first points are the hardest. The good news I'll find the good news for you, T. Here's the good news: the Chicago Bears offense isn't so good that that's inconceivable.
No, they
to think
suck.
That we can't score enough points to overtake them. But if we're letting the Chicago Bears defense score points on us, and if we are making Mitch Trubisky look like
Player of the week.
Taylor
Is
Gabriel
Jimmy
looks
McMahon any
like
good?
Jerry freaking Rice.
Yeah, he does.
He's got 3 touchdowns. Does he have 3 touchdowns in his career? I don't know. I know he's a speed demon and he's a toy, but in the red zone, he's embarrassed us twice. And then they just had the
In the red zone. When was the last time you think that little strip caught a red zone pass?
I mean, he's a
the last
weapon.
time
I
we played,
get it.
Did we play him? Have we played him recently?
Dude, I've never seen
Because it
an
would've been that
NFL
game.
defense be so far away from 2 red zone pass completions for touchdowns. I've never seen someone get tricked and fooled so poorly. Maybe
Mitchell
every once
Trubisky,
in a while.
20 for 23, 173 yards,
Oh, God.
trace touchdowns. Case Keenum, 9 of 14, 92 yards with 2 picks. It's not
So you
even
ha-
close. So FedEx Field
You know
is
what?
full of Chicago Bears fans, but that's not anything new, D-Mac. That's not anything new at all.
Hire Lewis Riddick. He's on television right in front of our face. Hire Lewis Riddick. Get something going on. Do something different.
let him leave
Make
town.
something happen. Don't let him leave town.
The
like
old
that.
school
Exactly.
Redskins way.
Yes.
If someone
Don't
comes
let
in,
him get
if
on that
someone comes
plane.
into our
Right.
house, he
Yeah.
doesn't leave without the highest paid contract in the world. Lewis Riddick should absolutely be our general manager. That's something we can all agree on. I was a big Mike Mayock guy. I do like what he's been doing in Oakland. I like the idea that we're not the team that picked him, because if we made Mike Mayock our GM, it would have been a disaster. But I actually think he's great.
Greg.
Lewis Riddick's the
Greg,
best.
who's just chiming in now. Welcome, Greg, to the show. What?
Yes.
Can you please say something positive then? I know it's a little less negativity.
Oh, I know what he's going to say. Wait, Greg, before you type it out,
please.
let me predict what you're going to say. He's going to say that we're this much closer to Jay Gruden being fired, and I believe he's this much closer to Jim
That's
Harbaugh
not
being our head coach.
positive.
Oh, it is in his world. He is ecstatic. Trust me. I have 88 texts right now that I haven't read in the last 4.5 minutes, and I'm pretty sure at least 17 of them are from him saying, we're 1 week closer to Jim Harbaugh as our quarterback. And actually, he thinks Jim Harbaugh is going to be fired before the end of the Michigan season, potentially lined up as the next Redskins head coach before the Super Bowl.
Oh, wouldn't that be the turd burglar of the year? Switcheroo. One turd down. It's like the log flume at Busch Gardens. Just let them all drop down to the deep end while we're sitting there with our mouths wide.
We just
open.
hire every brother of other coaches in the league.
What is the coaches group that Gruden started?
The Fired Football Coaches Association,
Jim and
FFCA.
Jay and Minuski might need to get a little meet up.
Well,
at the bottom of the bowl.
At the bottom of the bowl. And if any other head coaches have any brothers, we'd also like to interview them as well. We're making the rounds.
If anyone has drank bourbon with Bruce Allen, they're definitely eligible for an interview.
Let me since it's halftime and we don't want to talk about the game as much as possible. Let me ask you guys this: does the Tony Wiley departure make anyone think that Dan Snyder is potentially considering selling the Redskins? It's a weird connection.
I asked this question the other night.
It's a weird
I say
connection.
absolutely no chance. Just my opinion. I don't think you're wrong to have that thought, and you've been on the inside and seen it.
Tony Wiley doesn't mean dick, obviously.
But why the hell would Daniel Snyder sell? He has insulated himself from the people.
I couldn't believe Kevin's answer to this question from me the other night is, if you know you're that reviled in this city, why do you want to be the owner? And he thinks Daniel has no idea.
Okay, I think he does have an idea at this point in time.
Got to.
And that's
I'm
my
say,
answer,
when you have
Kevin.
that much money and you've had that much success and you feel that good about yourself, you've done that much charity work, and you've been in your mind, you just think you're not living on Twitter. You don't understand the people. I mean, I'm just telling you.
Okay, so
you don't think he's arrogant enough to insulate himself from the truth?
He has been that arrogant enough for the whole time.
Right.
But I do think that there will comes a point. I mean, there's still something about him that's still slightly human. And I think that part, that sliver of humanity.
Are you sure?
I think that's the part that's finally realizing that I've completely ruined my favorite team in the world. It's going to be like a whole Charles Dickens type situation, Kevin. And you know what the end result is?
It was never the best of times with him. It's only been the worst of times.
Exactly. And he sells a professional sports team for more than any sports team has ever been sold for. He's going to make a killing. And it's going to be his last middle finger to everybody. He's going to take the last penny. This is the last penny he can take from the Washington Redskins. He's already taken all the money he's going to get from guys like us. We've given him our last dollar some years and years ago. But the last money that he can take is in a sale, and I think he has milked it so dry, and I think that some part of him, and maybe it's
he has someone milk for him.
Okay, he has a milker. It's Vinny Serrato. I know it's Vinny Serrato. I know Vinny Serrato is still milking this team somehow. Just grab us by the udders.
Take all that money and just keep doing what you're doing. Go pay people to tell you you're great.
So
why do you have to be the owner of the Redskins?
Because we don't have the true knowledge of how to be the biggest prick ever. No one in this room can figure out how to do that to the best of our ability. We're not capable.
Even Ken has a little soft spot for Daniel.
How?
You just said he's still a little human.
I think he might have a sliver of humanity.
Human. Maybe V dropped him off in the early '80s. I'm telling you, he started this.
It's a great show.
He it's an inside job. I said all the guys that gave him wedgies.
But he literally took everything you can take monetarily from the Washington Redskins, and he can continue to run a viable business because of the TV revenue contracts.
He's a succubus. He took our souls.
So the whole Tony Wiley thing was like the breaking point because the Brian Lafemina and his crew, when they left town last year, they were a well-respected crew of NFL professionals that were sent by somebody, and Daniel Snyder welcomed them in to run his organization like a team should be run. And those are the guys who said, by the way, fans, there's no waiting list. By the way, of course we'll sell single game tickets. We're going to do this better. We're going to do this better. We're going to do this better. And then Dan Snyder was like, wait a second. You mean I've been doing it wrong this whole time? You're out of here. And then when he left, everyone left. All the people who thought that the organization had turned a corner left with him. I think Tony Wiley was one of the last, kind of cockroaches to shimmy out of the, room when the lights got turned on. And for some reason, I think there's a part of Dan Snyder that's waking up and thinking, man, this party is over.
Ken, I think there's a better chance that the NFL stands up and says, we have lost this Washington, D.C.
They have.
market that had used to be
They
a
have.
bear in the woods for us, one of the monster markets that meant a ton to this league. Look what this guy has done to this market. Look at our product. Look at the other people in their stadium. Look what's going on in that city. Look what's happening.
But
There's
they're
people
okay with
love
that,
it.
Kev.
They're okay if the money's, but listen,
Yeah.
they have to understand what's happened. Last year happened real quick. That was a 20-year bridge
I know.
to what happened. What we witnessed last season, and right now, after a night like this,
That's
they've
why-
got to look around and just lose all faith.
That's why I say that he's taken everything there is to take,
Yes, he
because the people that were supporting the Washington Redskins, like me and others that were going to the games, but like us, still loving it. What I've always been saying the last few years is that he hasn't just killed the Redskins in DC. He's killed football. He's
I
made
know how
people
to
not
do
like
it.
football.
But see, I would
You
never
get-
let him
you-
do
you
that
get
to me.
Jerry
I would
Jones.
never let him do that.
But not to
get
be, not
Jerry
you and I,
Jones.
but a lot of people don't even watch
I agree.
football.
You
I
get
agree with
Jerry
that, of
Jones to
course.
stare deeply into Daniel Snyder's eyes and say, son, time to give it up.
I thought you were going to say, son,
That may bring Daniel Snyder to
grab
his
the whiskey and
knees.
let's
There's a lot
call
of-
the hooker.
That may
Sweeten that boy.
may actually bring Daniel Snyder to reality right there. Might be our last hope is to get Jerry Jones to get him to sell a team.
That's I want to cry right now because of the ability of that to actually make sense. That is
That's
most
the only man he looks up
disturbing-
to.
Oh God!
It's the only man he looks up to. If
Yep.
the only man he looks up to says, son,
Can we find a local rabbi that deals with him and just be like,
sail
listen,
the team.
I am a diehard Redskins fan, and son, you must leave the herd. You must leave alone.
This
Just
team is not kosher.
what you can do for
not
your community,
kosher.
what you can do for this synagogue is to just go about your business elsewhere. That might be the only thing that could actually rattle his cage as well.
That's why we gotta-
he's very good at that. I understand. He's a man in the community. Everyone around here that knows him from being friends and neighbors with him understands the great contributions he makes financially all over the place.
He strokes some checks.
And that's fine.
Yep.
And that's what he does. And you know what? A lot of people are helped, and this is football, which is less important than any of that.
That's right.
I
But
would like someone to go up to him and ask him on the spot
Jeez.
who all of those charities are, because I bet he can't name them all.
oh no.
But the money does go. I mean, he probably has an accountant who's like, by the way, you have to give like this amount of money, or else you lose the ability,
Of
the
course.
advantage for doing it. And so, those checks get written, and trust me, for the most part, that money is very appreciated by folks.
And he's
around
built good
town.
relationships with the right people because
Yep.
he is no dummy. But somebody that isn't the right guy, or so, like you said, T. Jerry Jones is not the right guy, but he might just say,
I don't mean Jerry Jones to buy
"You're
it.
costing me money, son."
I just want Jerry Jones to
cost me
explain to
money.
this guy
Wanna
who's the
come
only
hang out
person
with
he
us,
looks
Darren?
up
You
to.
gonna
him.
hang out? All right. All right, you're good. You're good.
Get out.
All right, well, right now, Minuski's embarrassing me the most. Presently, I can't
He's
believe
the public enemy number one?
Not enemy, just
The problem needs to be solved.
He's not getting the job done at a level that I've never seen at this level.
So if you're firing somebody tonight, that's who you're firing.
I've been a guy that's never said.
I know,
I thought
I know.
Jay would be gone 3, 2, and 1 year ago, and I never thought. I never banged the drum to keep him definitely.
But
I
we've seen
I couldn't
what he has been doing.
believe, but what he dealt with and blah blah. There was some, so there's a gray area there. What I've seen Minuski right now in 3 games.
We can't continue this way.
I can't understand what he's done. He hasn't taken away anything from anyone's offense. And in fact, he's given a guy like Mitchell Trubisky an out to come out here on Monday Night Football and go 20 for 23. The guy's
Don't
throwing,
forget about future
coming
Hall
in
of-
58%.
Don't forget about future Hall of Famer Gabriel.
Taylor Gabriel, he is currently on a lot of all-time lists already, actually.
But Jay's the head of it. And
He's probably the greatest
sometimes,
receiver I've ever seen in my life.
Listen, if this continues, and if we don't do something to make it like 28 to 24 or 30 something, if we don't make this a game and it gets worse and out of hand, I can't imagine something couldn't happen before you head up to New York City. I don't care.
Yeah, and also it's not. There's nothing that
Can
they
you
could
clean
do.
house on a short week?
Of course you can, and there's nothing the Redskins can do move-wise that would make it worse than it is now.
No.
I mean, like at this point in time, you're almost making a move because you don't want to roll into town with the same group that's not just 0-3, but that's absolutely just crapping all over itself.
Yeah, it's
for
gone
3
way
weeks.
past fattening frogs for snakes. Now
Yeah.
it's just trying to grab the biggest turd in the porta john and then get
Yeah,
rid of them.
it's
And
never a fun
what can you
game.
do? It's
No one
terrible.
wins
Yeah,
that
well, guess
game.
what? It's what everyone's doing. It's what I'd rather do that than watch the rest of this game.
Does anyone ever win that game? I don't know. There's just mostly losers in that game. But
Nah.
but if you find the biggest one, I will say this, T.
The manicurists always win because the cuticles need to be taken care of. There's some situations happening with the fingernails.
That's right.
You asked the question, I answered.
Robert Kraft. He'll tell you which salon to go to.
He's crafty.
Ew.
Craft Services?
Ew.
Craft Services is almost as gross as what's going on right here on Monday Night Football.
What's Greg? What's the second half over under?
He just said he'll throw a party if it's 28-24 at the end of the game.
But I want to know what the second half over under is. He like bets by the second, so Vegas has to be thinking that there should be at least another 28 points left in this game somehow, some way. I think the defense can easily score some of those points, but we might be able to stop their offense from scoring some of those points.
How is Mitchell Trubisky 20 for 23? How?
First of all,
I'll tell you,
he might be the best quarterback
playing
I've ever
against
seen
the
in my entire
Redskins
life.
defense. That's how.
We have talent. I'm sorry. We have talent. We have talent. I'm not saying we should be a top 10 defense. I'm not, but I'm saying we have talented guys. We're getting exposed like this was a JV game versus the varsity. It looks like men
What would
versus
you even
boys.
call our
It's
scheme?
embarrassing.
It's not even bend but don't break. It's
Average.
just like bend,
It's like
bend.
yes. Bend over, grab
Bend
your ankles, and
over.
hope that it doesn't feel as bad as you think it's going
Holy
to.
difference.
Kiss your ass goodbye.
holy.
That's what. And look at Case Keenum has the look of a guy who. I think what he probably got his affairs in order at halftime. That's what I think he did at halftime. Like made sure everything was taken care of because Khalil Mack might end him in
Like
the
those
second half.
guys, the guys that used to say, like, I'd let Mike Tyson punch me in the stomach for $3 million. He's out there going, like, do I really want to go back out there for the next 30 minutes
Oh, no.
for $3 million? Like,
I mean, he almost Vontae Davis did. I bet you there was a moment in time where he like almost went straight Vontae, like, and he just watched this game from his house.
hey, he's a
in the
man.
second half.
He's a man of God too, and he's a fine,
that's true.
upstanding teammate. So I'm certain that he prayed on it at halftime, and he's doing the right thing. But
One bright spot has been Sims on the 2 returns.
Get a killer penalty. Killer penalty in the first half.
I hate being this
Knocks
negative,
it out.
but this is
Well, you
disgusting.
can't help it.
It's disgusting.
I mean, again,
it's
there is
disgusting
nothing
me.
positive. Even the positive spins has
God.
everything to do with us still losing this game by a huge margin and forcing things to happen because everything else is going to shit.
And that referee's number is 68. I
don't think-
Come on, dude.
Vegas has totally written us off. We're minus 25 the rest of the game, and the over-under is 50.5. So they're basically saying, over. You should money line the Bears all the way home. We're going to get out of here in a couple seconds because we're not going to do play-by-play, and we want people to enjoy. But I do want to stay on the air as long as we're going to be on offense. Because if we can get a touchdown here and make it 28-10, then maybe our defense gets something. Maybe we actually went into halftime and said, "Oh, those plays that didn't work. Yeah, we're not going to call those plays in the second half." Like that one play where everyone gets
Minuski?
this far from the quarterback and then just doesn't even get a hand on him. He's not even the most elusive guy. He's the least elusive quarterback we've played.
Listen, they're going to be like, we should definitely do the Gabriel guard thing. We should make sure we find out where he is.
Yeah.
Because if he catches a 4th touchdown on us, it's worse than D. Hall having 4 interceptions.
I'm going Steph Curry
It's worse
defense
than the
against
Bears.
him.
Then
Whole team guards Taylor Gabriel
How
for
many
the rest of the
How
half.
many people own Gabriel in fantasy football?
I don't know, probably less than 50%.
the reason why I hate getting so negative is because there's guys like Trey Quinn out there playing his ass off. There's a lot of guys playing hard. I am mad about what the heck is happening on the defensive side of the ball most. That's the embarrassment for me. It's embarrassing. I like the young core we have. Case Keenum is hung in there. He has not had the chance to do anything. I don't like how he held the ball like this. He's
Twice.
been fantastic.
Twice.
He's been fantastic
He
for
held
2
it
weeks.
like that.
I know, but I'm just saying. I'm not just sitting here just saying, it's been so putrid.
Oh, yeah.
The turnovers and the lack of, it's
not just the turnovers.
How about no ambition?
Kevin,
on
the
defense?
where we've given them the ball, we haven't even made their offense like really march. They've gotten the ball.
We don't take anything away from anyone's offense.
Completely. We're just like, here, you know what? Why don't you start this from the 13-yard line? You're welcome.
We're going to line up and try and be a little bit annoying on defense. So good luck.
I think we could have. That was a flea flicker setup. You basically, what you just saw was part 1 to the Jake Wooten flea flicker
Call it
saga.
flea flicker?
This
Are you calling the triple Lindy 21-point play?
The triple Lindy. Was that this?
I don't mind running the ball still. I'm going down to get points on the board. I don't.
I think Ken's calling it the triple Lindy 21-point play.
You will see a flea flicker by Adrian Peterson and
Very
Case Keenum in this
secret
game.
Rule of the NFL handbook.
I'm just after this has made my stomach hurt so bad. I'm gonna have to surrender these tidies underneath your couch when it's over.
I might have to. That chair might have seen its last day of chairing.
Yeah, it's very true.
It's going to be mostly decorative from here on out.
I don't know what the other options are. He hung in there and made a great.
Oh
three
my
picks.
God, we are going to be going off the air as haha Clinton Dix. By the way, Greg, first of all, of course, you take the over. Don't even think about taking the under on that. Because once again, where are they getting the ball? They're not gonna have to go anywhere to get this touchdown. Who was that? To Steven Sims? I believe that was maybe Steven Sims. I'm not sure.
Man.
Hey, we're gonna be back next Tuesday night. We're gonna let everyone else deal with the second half the way you got to deal with it.
God bless all you diehard Skins fans that truly care.
Yes.
You're in my
Go
thoughts.
forth.
X us out of there, D-Mac, and then hit.
Thanks, Greg.
And then.